Hey everyone, welcome to the Chioma&Emeka experience. We are so excited to have all of you here. Thank you all for your support and your love. Thank you for liking, sharing and following us and subscribing to our channel. It has been an amazing 1 week in anticipation of this day. So here it is. Today is the opening of the Chioma&Emeka experience, and we are so much and very much excited to meet all our fans and our followers and subscribers. So welcome to our talk show. I am your co-host Chioma Ruth Mbemena, and with me is
Emeka Vincent Guru.
And together this is the Chioma&Emeka experience. Thank you very much. So what is, I'm sure one of the questions on your mind is, what is the show about? The show is just generally about educating people, both the youth and old alike, about wealth creation in the 21st century. I know you must be asking why we decided to go on this journey. It is because we became aware very recently that the paradigms of wealth creation has changed. You know, the industrial way of doing things, of going to school, getting a job, you know, it does not work anymore. We have thousands of graduates every year and very little to no jobs. So therefore we decided to come together and, you know, talk to people and educate them about what it takes to make wealth in the 21st century. So we are very much excited for you to go with us on this journey. So we're going to educate you on different ways and avenues for you to create wealth. We're going to be doing the shows in chapters. We're going to address different avenues of wealth creations, and we're going to tell you the pros and the cons. We'll be having some guests on, and they will talk to you about what you need to do, what you shouldn't do, your do's and don'ts on wealth creation. We are so happy to have you here. So let's go into the business of today. Well, today is just an introduction session, you know, get to know who your co-hosts are. So we've asked you all over the few weeks to send in your questions, and you guys have been lovely enough to send in so many questions. We've streamlined it to 20 questions that we would be answering today. So, you know, let's get straight into it. So the first question we have on our list is, what is your full name? Well, I am, as I said before, Chioma Ruth Mbemena, Ruth being my middle name. Over to you, Emeka.
And I am Emeka Vincent Guru. Thank you so much for having you guys on board. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, the second question we've come up with is, where did you grow up? A little background. Emeka, wow. So tell me, where did you grow up? And give us a little background about yourself.
All right, I grew up in Abia State. I come from a family of 4, 3 boys and a girl. And we are Christians. My dad is an entrepreneur. My mom, she's a teacher, and very hardworking one for that matter. So Chioma, over to you. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Lagos, Lasgidi, so you know this now. Well, to be more specific, Festac Town. So shout out to all my people that are in Lagos and in Festac Town. I understand the struggle. I'm from a family of 8. We have 7 girls and 1 boy. The boy being the last of the family. I'm the second child out of the entire 8. So you understand what that means. So during my childhood, we traveled quite a lot to different places, which is something I quite enjoy. I think my most favorite place was Paris. Still is the town of love. So that's a little about my background. So we're moving to the next question.
Okay, that's amazing. Like, you have an interesting background, and it's making me jealous, honestly. So it's fine. So over to the next question, Chioma.
Where did you school, Emeka?
Wow. Okay. I will start with my primary education. I did my primary school in so many primary schools. Like my mom, she is a teacher, and each time she gets a new appointment, we've been shifted from one school to another. So that's like a huge journey for us. And
Yeah. So can you tell us, like, let's name one or two of the schools
All
you
right,
attended?
I
for
think I
primary
have to
school?
just mention two because I am going to just be direct and specific with two. I went to National Insurance and I also went to Mainfield Primary School. So that is it about my primary education. And my secondary education, I did that in Government College, Omaya. I hope I have Omayans in the house. Shout out to you
Up
guys.
on my head.
That's amazing. So, on my university days, I actually went to Federal University of Technology, Owerri. That's a bedrock of science. If you're a Footite, you too, shout out to you. You know, thank you for having you guys live. And Chioma, over to you. What's your school life like? Tell
Okay,
us.
so for me, for my primary education, I went to Coroner School, Apapa.
Wow.
The best one out of all of them.
Wow, wow.
For my secondary education, I went to Vivian Fowler Memorial College for Girls. Thank you, VFMCG. Mwah. And university, I went to University of Exeter.
Ooh.
I did my master's at UCLA, which is University of California, Los Angeles. Go Brewing Beers! And as you may or may not know, I have attended the Nigerian Law School. So yes, this is my educational prowess. So, to the next question, question number 4. What is your career path, Emeka?
Before I answer that, you're a master holder.
Apparently, yes, I am.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. So, my career path.
Yes.
Okay, like I said, I'm a geologist by major, and but I didn't choose geology as a career path. I go into business. So let's say I'm an entrepreneur, practicing fully in entrepreneurship. So,
Geology.
yes, I'm
Really?
a geologist.
That's so. Can you identify the rocks behind us and around us?
Yeah. These are crystalline basalt rocks. They are granitic in nature, and like I said, I love nature. And these are nature's creation.
This is very fascinating. I could never identify this on my own.
Ah.
So for me personally, my career path, I am a barrister, a
Wow.
lawyer,
Wow.
anyone you wish to call me, and I enjoy it, and I would say I'm also an entrepreneur. So up to all the businesswomen and entrepreneurs out there, we encourage you, we love you. Thank you so
So
much.
are you still practicing law, Chioma?
Yes, currently I'm practicing law. I
That's
love it too much.
amazing. That's amazing. So if I go make some trouble, so I'm covered, right?
No, I'm not gonna bail you out. Please do not make any trouble.
No, I'm off the hook, so it's okay.
Emeka,
Okay.
so the next question number 5. What is it, please?
What is what?
Question number 5, please.
All right. What's the favorite thing about your career path?
Well, for me, I love being a barrister because I've always admired going to court and the entire run of it. I think I wanted to be a barrister since the age of 6. I'm so excited on the mannerisms, characteristics of actually being a lawyer and what it takes. I think I just fell in love with law at a very young age.
That's amazing.
Yes, and I'm also an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, whichever one you'd like to call me. And why I love being an entrepreneur is I like being my own boss.
Wow.
Don't want to answer to nobody.
Yes.
Yes,
I love that.
I love being my own boss. I like taking charge, and I like the challenges that come with being an entrepreneur. You learn, you make your mistakes. So Emeka, please, what career path have you chosen?
Okay, let me dissect the two of them. For geology, I love nature. Nature is the most favorite thing and interesting thing about geology. But like I said earlier, I didn't choose geology as a career path. I'm an entrepreneur. And one thing, or should I say two things I love about entrepreneurship is the challenges and the lifestyle. It makes you to appear as a boss. And me, I don't answer to anyone, so I love being my own boss. I condition my own terms and I play by my rules.
So I would say being your own boss is something that we do have in common.
Yes.
Yes, okay, that is
Alright.
absolutely great. So over to the next question. Question number 6. What is or are your biggest fears? Ooh, that's a very good question.
Who asked this,
I
Chioma?
do not know, but we would answer. Okay, my biggest fear would genuinely be not achieving my full potential. What I mean by that, not achieving the full potential I was put on earth to actually achieve. Most people would say failure, but for me, failure would not be a bad thing. I actually embrace failure. Failure is a way to, it's a stepping stone to success for me. You make a mistake, you learn from it, you move on. Do you understand? I feel it's what successful people have taught me. So, genuinely, my biggest fear would be not achieving my full potential in this life. So, Emeka, please tell me, what are your biggest fears?
Like I said, that was a big one. So for me, I think I'm fearless.
Ooh, fearless. No fears at all.
I'm not scared of anything. I don't see failure or anything as a means to run away. Either I see them as challenges and I embrace them. So I take them and I take up responsibilities to, you know, see a possible way to get out of it. So I'm fearless. I don't fear anything, absolutely anything. So that's a good one right there. And Chioma, over to the next question.
Okay, the next question we have, question number 7. What or who motivates you, Emeka?
Woo! That was a big one as well too. Well, I would say my biggest motivators are my parents. My dad for a start, but the biggest one or my biggest motivator is my mom. She's a career woman, she's a teacher, and she knows how to balance responsibilities with her family. And she also made all these things, like she actually put in a lot to get us where we are today. And for that singular act, I'm so grateful. I love her so much. Ma, thank you for
Thank you, Mommy Emeka.
So Chioma, what about you? What motivates you the most?
For me, I would say what motivates me is the people around me.
Wow.
I have been blessed with a circle of friends and family that are all career-oriented, focused, successful people. And these people around me, they push me to, you know, achieve my full potential in life. But most especially, I would say that one of my biggest motivators has to be my father. My father is an entrepreneur. And honestly, I've always admired the way he did business, and that honestly made me also want to be an entrepreneur. So yes, that is my biggest motivator.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So over to question number 8. Do you have a mentor? Who is your mentor, and why did you pick that person?
Well, that's a big one as well. I have a lot of mentors, but I will cover 2 because those people are the ones that motivate me a lot, and I aspire to be like them. So I will go with a brother. He's a brother. I will soon say his name. He's a brother, a friend, a coach, a father, and I love him so much. He's someone I respect so dearly, and he's nobody else than Cedric Harris. Cedric, shout out to you, Uncle Sid. I love you so much. All right. And the second person is my boss. Actually, I wouldn't call him a boss because I don't answer to anyone, but he showed me my full potential, and also he's leading me hand in hand for me to achieve my own success. And I respect him so much. I love him. I cherish his words of wisdom. I take his mentorship very, very serious. And he's nobody else than Ambassador Michael Okoli, president of C21FG La Buena Vida project. Sir, respect to you, sir. I'm so honored to be your mentee, your little mentee. So Chioma, over to you. Who are your mentors?
Well, personally, I wouldn't say I have a personal mentor, but I feel like I am mentored by listening to different successful people, the likes of Eric Warren, Robert Kiyosaki, and I've learned and I mentor myself by listening to them and watching them. Another one I would say is very unconventional, but I would say Cardi B.
Wow.
I know people would say no, but the reason I choose her, like leaving all the, you know, drama and stuff aside, I like how she as a woman, you know, started from the ground and built her entire empire to where it is today. So shout out to all the baddie gang. We love you all. Mwah.
All right, so you actually love Cardi B. That's interesting as well. So let's go over to the next question.
So question number 9. What are your hobbies, Emeka?
Okay. That's interesting as well. I actually pick few hobbies. Like I love reading powerful books. That's like business books. So I love reading. I love playing football, and at the same time, I love gymming. So those are my hobbies, and I'm so grateful for that. So Chioma, what about you? What are your hobbies?
Well, my hobbies are I love to swim. I feel like one with the
Ooh.
water.
Oh, so you
And
seem like a fish.
yes, like a fish. Thank you. That's a way to put it.
Ah.
So I'm a fish in Emeka's words. Another thing is I do also love reading, which is something we have in common. I love reading also, powerful business books because, they strengthen my mind and, how to build and grow my business. Another hobby of mine would be I love, drawing. It's something that comes very natural to me. I sit down and I begin
Quite a
to
hobby.
sketch anything. Another hobby of mine would be dancing. Put any Afrobeat on and I will, break it down for you. And most of all, something quite unconventional, but I love Nollywood. I really enjoy watching Nigerian movies. So these are my hobbies. So over to the next question, Emeka. What is it, please?
All right, yeah, Chioma, tell us a place you want to travel to.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Well, I would honestly love to tour around the entire world. But if I was to pick places I would genuinely love to go, I would love to go to Hawaii and Fiji. I want to know the whole tropical Hawaii, halau, skirt. So, Emeka, what is a place that you would love to travel to?
Interesting. Okay, like she said, she wants to travel, and me too. I love traveling. But if I'm to pick a place, I want to go to the US because I have amazing families over there, people that I haven't seen before, and I would love to meet and see. So that's it about travel.
Okay, so US peeps, you're about to welcome Emeka very soon.
Woo! That's amazing, yeah.
Okay, so the next question we have, question number 11, is a tri-pie question. So I'm going to ask it in this order. Do you like pets?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any pets?
No, I don't. Sorry.
If you were to have a pet, what would it be?
I think that I will go for a dog.
Any breed in particular?
Like say German Shepherd. So I will go with a German Shepherd.
Okay, so for me, I don't have any pets. And yes, I like pets. I do not have any pets. And if I was to get a pet, I would actually get two. I want a dog, which is a Siberian Husky, and I would like to get a white cat.
You really want to cause commotion in your house?
Well, they say cat and dogs fight, but I think it's only a perspective.
Okay, so that's okay.
So, moving on to question number 12. Simple one. Favorite color. What is your favorite color?
I'll keep it simple, just white and black.
Ooh, very nice.
Just white and black, yeah.
My favorite colors are red, black, and white, but if I was to pick one, it would definitely be poppy red.
Sorry, it was poppy red.
Poppy red is a glossy, bright blood red.
Wow.
I feel like it always looked good on me.
Wow. So you just choose it because it looks good on you?
No, because red is also a good color too.
So that's a nice one too. That's a very wonderful one there.
So over to question number 13. What is your favorite holiday and why would you pick that holiday?
Oh, my favorite holiday is Christmas, and thank God it's approaching. So I choose Christmas because I love art, I love a festive, I love seeing friends, I love interacting with brothers and sisters, and it's the only avenue where we get to meet all these wonderful people and share this wonderful experience together. So I choose Christmas as my favorite holidays. Chioma, over to you. I hope we don't share the same holiday in common.
Apparently we do. My favorite holiday is Christmas. Always has been, always will be. I love Christmas because there's a bountiful amount of food. And I am a foodie, but also if you are Igbo, you know this. Igbo Kwenu to all my Igbo, brothers and sisters out there. I love Christmas because it's a time for family and friends to reunite. Everyone comes home, you get to see your long lost cousins, people you haven't seen during the year. It's like an entire 2-week long party of so many foods and friends and celebration. And that is, Christmas definitely is my favorite holiday. Plus, we cannot forget there's always chicken during Christmas. Yes.
So let's go over to the next question.
So what is the next question, Emeka, please?
Okay, Chioma, if you would eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's a very interesting question.
Who actually asked this question?
I'm not actually sure, but anyway, this one is very simple for me. Chicken. I can eat chicken morning, afternoon, night, day in, day out. I love chicken. Cannot stop loving it. Yes, very
You eat chicken for the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life.
That's so wonderful.
What food would you eat for the rest of your life? You could only pick one.
Only one? This is so tough. Okay, I'll go with beans.
Beans?
Yeah, I
Really?
love beans. I love beans. I eat beans a lot.
Is that why you're tall?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe I should invest some beans in my life then.
You
Okay,
have to.
moving on to the next question. Question number 15. This one is a very big question. It says, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, Emeka?
Okay, that's a big one, but I'm sure I'm equal to the task. So I see myself as a big entrepreneur, but not just being successful in entrepreneurship. I want to help others create wealth. I want to be a coach, a mentor, and a guidance to anyone and everyone who actually thrives and long to have success. So me, in the next 5 years, I see myself achieving and accomplishing all those things. So Chioma, over to you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself as a multi-millionaire.
You like money?
This, oh, you know this. That's an evil woman. Yes, I want to be a multi-millionaire within the next 5 years. And not just that, I want to be a motivational speaker and a mentor to a lot of women around the nation. I want to teach them on wealth creation, teach them, how to stand for themselves. It's always been my dream, and I feel like in the next 5 years, I should be on my very well way to do that.
So we have common goals in the next 5 years.
Well, we do actually.
So we're going to achieve that. All right.
Amen. Thank you very much.
All right,
So,
over to the next question.
question number 16, it says, what is your dream car, Emeka?
Woo! You know that I love cars.
Ooh.
I'm a car freak.
Oh, that's
So maybe
nice.
just in case you don't know, my dream car is going to be a Viper, a black Viper. So if you don't know what a Viper is, you just have to check it out.
Do check out what a Viper
Please do
is,
check
please.
what a Viper car looks like.
For me, my dream car would be a Bugatti Veyron.
Woo!
It would be matte black,
Yes.
red interior, red and black interior, nice black rims with a nice red line going around it. That kind of car that just goes and you don't like, what happened?
Wow. Well,
So
you
yes.
actually have big dreams.
Ooh, that is gonna be my dream car. So over to question number 17. If you could go back in time, name one thing you would do differently.
Wow. This one will be funny, but it's the truth. I think I'm gonna drop out of the university. early.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah.
Why?
Just like the likes of let's say Bill Gates, Mark
Okay.
Zuckerberg, and
Randy Gage?
Randy Gage.
Okay.
These are amazing guys that just cover their own part out of what we call education. That's, to me, I think is a prison. You spend like 16 to 17 years of your life chasing a paper, and I said it's going to be funny, but it's the harsh truth. I think I will quit from my third year and enter into entrepreneurship full time.
Okay,
So, Chioma,
that
over
is
to
very
you.
interesting. We would have had a school dropout. Let's thank God we did not have that return. Yes, so for me, one thing I would do differently if I could go back in time. Personally, nothing actually. I think all my mistakes, all my wrongs and all my rights created and made me the woman I am today. So personally, I would not really change anything. I would like to learn, make my mistakes, learn from them. But if it was one thing I would do differently, is I would have started being an entrepreneur much earlier. I feel like, I would have grown my business to a certain point by this time in my life. But no regrets. We push forward. I'm enjoying the
regrets.
journey as it goes.
Yeah.
So yes, over to question number 18. Over to question number 18, Emeka. It says, if you could change your career path, what would you change it to?
If I'm to change my career path, I think it will still be business, but a big one for that matter, like MLM. MLM, for those of us that don't know what it means multi-level marketing. Is a profession and it's a big business. So I think that's the avenue I will venture into. I will go with network marketing.
Okay, personally for me, if I could change my career path, I don't think I would change absolutely anything about it. I feel like I picked the right profession for my person. I honestly love being a barrister. The thrill of going to court, defending, helping people, it's honestly been my life's work. And also as an entrepreneur or business woman, whichever you would like or prefer to call me, I wouldn't change anything about it. I love being my own boss, leading my own circle, encouraging people and motivating them, inspiring them to, do better for themselves. So I wouldn't change anything about my career path, honestly.
That's
So
amazing.
over to question 19, Emeka. What does the question say, please?
The question says, if you were asked to quit your career path and go for another that pays 1 million naira a year, what would that be and why would you do that?
Personally, no. I would not, quit my career path. Why? I enjoy being a lawyer, though it doesn't pay me 1 million a year yet. But also, I love being an entrepreneur, and I honestly feel like the business I've gotten into, nothing else could, pay me as much. I mean, 1 million a year is too, small or too minimal for the kind of multi-millionaire I'm aspiring to be. 1 million a day, yes, I would take that. So over to you, Emeka.
Well, I don't think I would quit my career path because a lot of people go into slavery because of salary. That's a big error. If you're a salary earner, I'm sorry, you just have to carve out of playing from that quadrant, like Robert Kiyosaki said, from the E and S quadrant, and start playing in the I and B quadrant. The I means the investors and the B means the business owners. So I think I can't quit my career path. There's no option of doing that because 1 million is like living 1% of my potentials on earth, and I can't settle for less.
Oh no, we are not settling for
can't,
less, are we?
honestly.
So we have come to the last question of the day, which is, if you could design your dream room and money was not a problem, what would your dream room look like?
Am I to answer this first?
Oh, please go ahead. Why not?
I would use
3 words.
3 words. Yeah,
Okay.
you just read my mind. 3 words. It would be heaven on earth.
Ooh.
Just heaven on earth. That's all.
Simple and short. Heaven on earth. We can't wait to see what is heaven on earth.
You will see it very soon. Sorry.
So if I could design my dream room, ooh, that's a big one, so elaborate. I would have a king side bed. The walls would be white with a red wall on one side.
Okay.
My beddings would be white, and the bed wood would be obviously gold. I'm evil to be said. I would have a walk-in closet. Not just a walk-in closet. There would be a bag section, a shoe section, a clothes section, a watch section, a jewelry section. It would be like in your own words, living in heaven on earth. So to put it short, as he said, I would have heaven on earth too. So yes, we have come
To the end of
to
this
the end
session.
of this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the support and everything. Thank you. Give us some likes, give us some feedback, and
So we are very much grateful. Thank you to all of you that have tuned into our live video today. Thank you for welcoming us with such warm hearts. We love you all. Today is just the beginning of our journey on the Chioma&Emeka experience together. So we hope to see you next week. Till next week, Sunday, please, follow, like, subscribe, share.
Please, yeah.
And we will see you next week, Sunday, same time at 12 p.m. Thank you very much. This is the Chioma&Emeka experience. I am your co-host, Chioma Ruth Ngwemen, and with me is
Emeka Vincent Guru.
So till next week, juices.
Juices?
Thank you.
Yeah.